The obvious goal of this early morning protest was to block media and government officials from getting to the summit site in Lamal Bay. But there was also meant to be a bigger message.
There's a whole host of issues in which the poor of the world, the global south, and the poor within Canada and the U.S. are being left behind would be not the strongest expression I could use.
The main reason why I am here, if I can say, is because the environmental crisis right now that we are seeing.
In Quebec City this morning, scattered confrontations between some protesters and police drew lots of cameras, though the message was often not immediately obvious. Same here, though the gentle vibe at this picnic was a lot different. It was billed as a place for activists to gather, but most people here wouldn't talk to reporters. Tessa, who only gave us her first name, explained why she made the 3-hour drive to be here during the G7.
The goal is to make connections with people and maybe start grassroots organizations and maybe take more actions, maybe even direct actions, who knows. I mean, I have no confidence in the current government. I don't think many people here do, so we'd like to see some changes there. And if we can discuss those changes together, I think we could come up with good answers.
There are skirmishes going on between different protesters and riot police. You might see the riot police coming by every once in a while. How do you feel about those kinds of confrontations?
Well, I mean, I'm not personally doing those things right now, but I don't know. These people, that's a way of fighting back. It's one of the only outlets they have. And in my opinion, it's legitimate to have those sorts of confrontations when appropriate. So solidarity to the people on the front lines, honestly, good for them.
Girls left behind, not this time.
These young women from across Canada were hoping their symbolic grad celebration would get lots of attention. It's sponsored by the Canadian charity World Vision. They want to highlight the need for girls in the developing world to be able to get an education. All of you are obviously so committed. On the other hand, not a lot of media, not a lot of attention, and certainly no leaders.
Yeah.
What impact do you think this is going to have?
We're not here to disrupt, we're not here to be violent, but we're here to say, hey, G7 leaders, this is your opportunity, this is your legacy. 75 million girls, their lives can be turned about by you. And so even though there aren't a lot of people today, there's the media, there's our voice, our media, and there are a lot of people that are backing us up.
It's not an easy thing getting your message across. Just ask the Council of Canadians, who created this gigantic sign designed to be seen when, or more to the point, if leaders flew by.
Perhaps one or two of the leaders at least will get to see it at a certain point because, again, we think it's important that they hear something from civil society when they're in their protected, fenced-in, privileged meetings.
As unusual as that sign was, the biggest surprise from protesters today was probably how quiet it was. Outnumbered in Quebec City by the many police clad in riot gear standing guard.